So, I'm still just trying to fit in, not going too well, and I have a battle against Flanagan the Sheep, and it's pretty fun to watch and to have. Basically, he was on Skype and I was on Skype, and he's like, hey, you want a battle? And I'm like, okay, yeah. And he leads with his best lead ever. I actually like the Machamp lead. The problem for me, though, is that whenever I use it, they outspeed my Machamp. Then I have to switch, and it's a pain. But, he uses Dynamic Punch, and it actually does quite a bit, being that I have max HP, and I guess he has max attack. So, I have to get out of there, and I also get the Confusion Hacks. So I have to get out of there before something bad happens, and I go into my defensively bulky Tentacruel to resist the Dynamic Punch. He uses Magic Mirror, which I kind of figured he'd do, but I didn't really have anything else to do than Toxic Spikes. He actually used it twice, and on that turn I used Hydro Pump, predicting that he'd use Magic Mirror again, and I hit myself in confusion. And then I used Toxic Spikes again, and he actually uses Magic Mirror third time, which was, I figured it was like 1, 2, and then normal attack, and then maybe Magic Mirror again. But he finally decides to switch, being that he can't hurt my Tentacruel, and I'm just healing it up from Rain Dish Black Sludge. So I get my double Toxic Spikes out, and he goes into his Repulsion to get one layer of poison, as well as a Guts boost. So that's a pretty nice play on his part, and now he gets to bulk up and do whatever he wants to me. That's not really a problem though, because I have some other Pokemon that can take hits from Repulsion. I go into Politoed to set up this rain again, because his Tyranitar set up the Sandstorm. And my Politoed was kind of the best thing I had to take the Toxic, even though he still had a Tyranitar. I just didn't want any of my sweepers to get hurt by it. Oh wait, I had Notore, didn't I? I should have switched into that. I'm stupid. Oh, but then he could have Mach Punched my Notore, and that's what I was worried about. So I go back into Tentacruel just to get rid of the Toxic Spikes, and now it's not a problem for me. I believe I start Hydro Pumping here, and he still can't do any damage to me, even though he's bulked up a couple times. And I believe that Hydro Pump would have done at least over half, and maybe the poison would have even taken him out, I'm not sure. But it misses, which is, yeah, it always does that. I think I put Surf on it now. I just, after this battle, I figured out a couple weaknesses to this rain team, so I fixed them all. And he wasn't sure if Mach Punch would kill here. I was like, what, are you crazy? Of course it kills. So he used Mach Punch and it kills. He knows the Golduck is going to kill, and he figured Golduck actually had some lousy defense, so he thought it might have killed, but it wasn't going to kill. He goes into his Rotom Wash now, and he's probably going to start discharging. Yeah, I had this battle 2 days ago, so I don't really remember too much of it. I'm pretty sure I go for the safe Power Whip right here, and oh no, I go for the Curse. That's what I don't like. I changed that. Because every time I use Curse Notore, there are just so many counters to Notore. Like, at first Notore was epic. Okay, this sounds abrupt to you, but for me, I was just trying, like, I finished recording, I uploaded this video to YouTube actually, and then I had a comment saying that, hey, it didn't get uploaded, or the narration cut off. So me abruptly talking about this means that the narration just cut off. And the thing about Notore not being epic anymore is that everyone has a counter for it now because it's so common, and it's like a standard check for a team, and back when people didn't know about Notori, it was different. So I switch into my Kabutops, and so I take a Bullet Punch surprisingly well. I imagined that I would take a little bit more damage from that. And being Choice Banded, I just get to do whatever I want, and I'm still faster than the Tyranitar, so I can stay in and use Waterfall. And what's even better is he switches into his Rotom, and I get a crit on that. So that's really lucky for me. And here I am thinking that, okay, this would have normally been a 3-hit KO, so I'll just use Waterfall again, and no, it's not. He lives with like 6 HP, and I'm like, derp. And I can't tell, maybe you can tell, but I can't tell if that's the same amount of HP or not, so I assume I got min damage last time and go for the Waterfall one more time. And no, now he lives with like 40 HP, so this is like stupid or something. He dies to Sandstorm though, which is okay, I guess. I wish I still had my beat though, because it could take out Tyranitar. I go into my Ludicolo, who is just becoming worse and worse. Like, it's doing its job. Yes, it's killing off Gengar with a Surf, and it's taking a special hit reasonably well, but it's just not doing as much as I want it to. And there's, like, unless it's in the rain, it is useless. So I'm actually going to replace that with a different Pokemon that you can see next time I do a rain battle. I already made the team now that it's like 2 days after I made this video. So I go into my Golduck, and this is after I have the rain set up, and I use Focus Blast on his Tyranitar. I wonder if my voice got louder because I actually tinkered with the mic settings like a while ago. So if my voice is like 80% louder, you know why. Turn down your speakers if you haven't yet. Focus Blast doesn't kill, so that's like a derp type of thing. And I went into Ludicolo because if he got overconfident and just like Dragon Danced on his last turn of life or something, and his Sazendora missed, then I would have been able to get a Rain Dance up. But, you know, it's like a hopeless move. The only thing I could do, nonetheless. And now I don't outspeed, and he wins. So that's great game, Flans, and okay.